here's where I want to go with it from a Michigan perspective, because like you said, I mean, if this is about Michigan, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a big part of, as we've already established, the big plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a very simple adjustment for Purdue to see a different Michigan. Like where I think Michigan could potentially have problems is, and maybe it's not with Purdue, maybe it's with TCU, maybe it's with Georgia, maybe it's with somebody down the road.
Yeah.
But where I'm still nervous for Michigan is if you sit back and you play, regardless of what's going on, I don't care if you're getting your ass kicked up front and you're giving up 6 or 7 yards of carry. I don't care. I'm going to keep everything in front of me. I'm going to play the old school bend, don't break. I'm going to make JJ McCarthy throw the football underneath, over the middle of the field, wherever when you study him, he struggles. I'm going to make him do that, because that's the one thing. I believe in JJ McCarthy's athletic ability. I believe more importantly in JJ McCarthy's swag and his confidence and his it factor more right now than I ever have. Look, I'm going to be honest. When an Ohio State or a Michigan player gets tackled on the opponent's sideline and gets pushed in, I think I'm a pretty brave old boy. It's scary as hell. I'm like, hey, is that guy can come out of there alive? Like they get down there and 5 or 6 guys are hovered over them. I don't know exactly what's going on. And the way JJ McCarthy just handled that multiple times it wasn't the arrogance. It wasn't talking shit. It was just like, yeah, man, I'm good. You know, it was like I believed it. So I believe all those things about him. The question is, can he win a ball game having to go 4, 5, or 6 12-play drives?
Playing quarterback, yeah. And that's the thing, is we haven't seen it either. Like, he went 50% in the Ohio State game, right?
Yeah.
And was chucking it. I mean, he was like 12 for 24, I think, or 13 for 25, or 13 for 20, something like that. But anyway, it's right there. And to your point, they had 2 sustained drives, right? Eventually they're going to run into, and it was a part of the problem when they ran into Georgia last year in the college football playoff. You're going to have a quarterback that can sit in 3rd and 9 and consistently deliver for you.
Sure. Yeah.
Because the guys across the street or across the field from you, in Stetson Bennett, Max Duggan, Caleb Williams, I made this point before, they're going to do it because they've done it all year. They've done it in previous years. That's just who they are, right? So now JJ's got to grow up fast, and he hasn't been put in those situations consistently, right? To your point, Clint, he hasn't really been asked to. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see, can he, from a talent standpoint, it factor, everything you name, step into it? 100%. Believe in that as well. I think he's talented as all get out, but you got to start seeing some development in terms of him playing the quarterback position.
Yeah.
At a next level. And Jim, and the funny thing is, I think Jim knows that too.
Yeah.
I mean, just from where he's been, what he's been around, he knows that too. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, I love it. Because look, here's the deal: is the only wild card, like true wild card from a player perspective in the college football playoff ranking top 6 right now is JJ McCarthy. Mm-hmm. It's the only wild card. I mean, everybody else, all the key players, pretty much who they are. And the quarterback can sit back there and deliver. Now, JJ McCarthy, he's a guy that I feel like if you give him, you need 8 yards on one play and late in the ball game, he's going to find a way to go get you 8 yards. But is he going to play a half of football where he's got to go out there and be surgical against the top defense? I don't know. I don't know if that's there yet. So I think we've made our point. I mean, ultimately, Michigan, they won with big plays. Can Purdue this week force them into having to sustain drives in order to beat them? Can they force JJ McCarthy in a situation, had to go 12, 15 plays, possibly turn the football over a couple of times, and then on the flip side of it, Aiden McConnell's going to have to light up the scoreboard in order for this ball game, really for Purdue to have a shot. I love where your head's at, though, man. I mean, from a big play perspective and the ability of Michigan to be able to sustain drives is a big win, but shit, man, that's still a wild card for a top-ranked football team.